Hi, today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different. We're going to go and check out some of the different S-style guitars. I don't know why I'm saying S-style guitars because I know I'm just going to say Strat at some point anyway. Shh. But anyway, we've got a great range of all these different types of guitars, and we're not going to do a like which one is best. We just thought we'd get out a few different Fenders, maybe Xotics, LSL, and a few of the other bits and pieces that we've got, and just kind of have a play around with some of them. Yeah. We can switch over through the different amps and setups, and I guess that you know, you guys out there and girls can form an opinion on which one's your favourite, which kind of specs you like and stuff. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go out into the shop, pick a few bits and pieces out, come down and have a play.
And have Shuang.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Okay. Right, this way, come on. It's closing the door on me. Right, okay.
Come through.
So, let's just go straight upstairs. Here we go. Upstairs to the lot of nice posh things. We're going to do a similar kind of single cut type sort of video as well, I think, at some point today. So, Jack, why don't you go and pick out an Xotic? It doesn't matter if it's HSS or 3 single coil.
Okay.
You know, we're going with the differences between the
fundamentals
brands.
Are there. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look.
Good option, right? Let's go and pick one of these out. Oh look, Strat Tone 101.
It's meant to happen, yeah. Okay.
I kind of like this one, but you know, you make your own choice. I just think that's a pretty smart looking guitar, that one.
You've drawn me to this section. I'm liking the look of the
two-toner.
I think that might be the one.
Okay, well, your choice. All right, well, let's make a pile of Strats on the sofa here, and then we'll transport them all downstairs to the studio after. Right, let's go into here. Okay, so I've had my eye on this one ever since it came in. It's a beaut, this one. I don't know what it sounds like. I know we're going to find out fairly shortly. But this is that one with the that crazy, well, crazed finish. Yeah. Beautiful, look at that. Right, come on in, pop that one over there.
Finish,
yeah, authentic. Right, so we've got that. We've got LSL as well. Let's pick out, let's get this blue Vigier out as well, if we're going to go through the full complement of all the different styles that we've got. Just get him out. Why don't we go and get, where's that lovely white Schecter gone as well? This is a great sounding guitar, this one. Nice weight that, Jacko.
That is. Picking all the white guitars.
All the white ones, apart from the blue and the sunburst one. Why don't we go with a white guitar just for a change, this LSL. Cool, let's get that over there. So what else have I, oh Suhr. Believe me. The room's in a bit of a mess because we've been moving some bits and pieces around. We've got the few amps downstairs because we've been doing some Suhr demos and bits and pieces as well. So it normally looks a lot fuller and a lot nicer in here, but what do you reckon, Jack? A Classic Pro or
yeah,
an Antique Pro or something like that?
How about one of the Peach
Specials? Yeah, let's do that.
Not that I'm making a thing of it.
No.
But
okay, let's.
It's another white guitar.
That's a nice white looking guitar. All right. Have we got? Yeah, I mean that's a good broad range of stuff. Let's pull out this Eggle as well.
Okay.
All right. So we've got this one as well.
A couple of handfuls.
Nice Patrick Eggle. So right, let's make our way downstairs. Let's take a few of these down and we'll get cracking on the video. Right, so I've been grabbed a few different guitars out of the shop. This is a like a standard 60s style relic Strat, very lightly aged nitro finish, etc. Nothing kind of out of the ordinary in terms of the specs. I thought it'd be a good idea to start with a Fender, you know, for the benchmark, for the tone, just so we can kind of base our opinions on what all these other kind of things can do as well. Yeah. This isn't supposed to be which one is best or anything like that. I'm going to play it with my style through the sort of rig that I kind of play through, and Jack's going to play his thing with his normal choice of amp. That are you using using a Badger.
The Badger 35.
So
what are you playing through?
I've got the Two Rock Studio Pro 35, and on the floor I've got the new King Tone guitar from Jesse Davey, the Dualist overdrive pedal, which has rapidly become my new favourite overdrive for this kind of thing anyway. Right, so I've got three kind of different sounds that I'm going to run through. Basic clean sound, which is going straight into the amp, and then just going to add a little bit more drive kind of as we go. Just a little tiny amount of drive just to push it into a little bit of extra sustain. And a little bit more drive, just to add a bit more fizzle. There you go.
Such a good Strat pedal, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, it's just perfect for that. So, right, Jack, why don't you have a swizzle? See how you get on with your rig. So, completely different kind of sound, and Jack plays completely different to me, much better.
Well, we'll see if I can play in tune. That's a good thing. So
That's a good thing.
So yeah, Badger 35. Again, a bit of breakup on the amp, and I've got a couple of gain pedals, and I'll tell you which is which if I kick them in. So here's just the amp. I'm going to put in the Wampler Tumnus just for a bit of a boost. So that's what a Strat chord. Yeah, expensive chord. So that's what a Strat sounds like to me.
Yeah.
So there we go.
There we go. Right.
On to the next one.
Let's kind of stay with something a little bit more traditional.
Yeah.
We'll go with this Schecter next. So again, typical kind of like 60s vibe to it. Few kind of extra modern touches that Schecter have added to it. Much kind of flatter fingerboard, big old frets on there as well. Truss rod adjustment up the top, you know, it's kind of like small little things that kind of just make the guitar a little bit more versatile maybe. But tone-wise, last time I played this guitar, I remember it sounding kind of quite dark, which was especially nice for some of the more kind of lead sounds and stuff on it. Yeah. So let's go through some of the cleaner sounds. Just got one volume and one master tone there. Darker sound, isn't it? Yeah, thicker sound. It's going to sound, I think, when I turn the drive on, it's really going to, that's when it's really going to come into its own. just a light amount of boost now. Wee bit more drive now. Yeah, thick sounding guitar. Nice, beefy sounding guitar.
That's really nice, yeah.
Yeah, definitely responds really nice with the overdrive. Might you give that a shot? I reckon that's going to sound pretty thick through that amp.
Yeah, it's going to be good to see what the bridge pickup sound, because sometimes that's quite common to fear the bridge pickup in an S-style guitar, isn't it? So I'll play it clean first of all on the bridge. And
plays really easy as well. You'll know now when you play it.
I'm going to go to a higher gain pedal as well. I've got an Xotic BB preamp, the Andy Timmons version, for a bit more gain. So I'll play clean first, then you'll hear that pedal.
Almost sounds like it's tuned down, like that extra weight.
It's got depth. Here's the pedal.
Give us some of that Blackmore stuff.
The Blackmore stuff. Again, tone's full up on the guitar, but it's not head slicing, not at all. Really one for the sort of Yngwie fans as well, if you want to use that bridge pickup tone.
Oh yeah, well, you know, Nick Johnson uses his Schecter, you know, pretty much with all the tones kind of up pretty high.
But that said, even on the clean sounds, it's still got the openness, and
yeah,
you can
so
tell what kind of
in-between sounds are nice as well.
You can tell what kind of guitar it is.
Cool.
I like it. Very different.
Nice. Right, well, why don't we go, while we're on the 3 single coil thing here, move over to the LSL. Yeah, it's LSL, fairly small, boutique-y kind of brand. Been around for a little while now. And they kind of build a nice range of Strat-style guitars, Tele-style guitars, really good price points as well. So I think, aside from the Vigier, I think this is the... actually, I think this is cheaper than the Vigier. We'll double check and put all the prices up anyway, but this is one of the cheapest guitars here. So it's still got a nitro finish and all that kind of stuff. It's got a nice satin finish on the back of the neck, so it's a nice, easy, slick guitar to play. Their own pickups as well, but you know, it sounds exactly kind of how it's supposed to. It's got, this one's going to be a slightly different tonally because it's got the ash body, maple neck, so it's going to sound slightly different anyway to the overall kind of sound of the last 2 guitars.
And is that like a roasted maple neck as well, or is it just?
This is just a this is a roasted maple neck on this one.
Okay.
Cool. So I was expecting this one to be a little bit lower output, a little bit more bell-like to the sound. Definitely lower output, yeah. It's a little bit softer on the treble. When you do your bit, it gives a bit of kind of Gilmore-y sort of stuff. I reckon it's going to work well for that. So just a small amount of drive. More of that older Clapton sound rather than the sort of all-out full-on slaughter of the other two Stevie Ray sort of sound.
Almost got sort of that telly-like immediacy to it.
I think it's the ash body and the maple neck definitely gives that. Right, go to the higher drive sound. So bridge pickup. Definitely got that sort of sound, hasn't it? Give that a go, Jack.
Yeah, cool. You're hearing a lot of the wood tone there, aren't you?
I think that the lower output and that kind of the ash body, I think gives the guitar a little bit of nice sparkle, but not too bright, is it?
I often find instruments like this with that kind of pickup make for a good funk guitar.
Yeah.
It gives you that really open,
really percussive sound, doesn't it? Yeah. I always find sorry to interrupt, the in-between positions come out well on that wood combination as well.
And you hear every note if you've got complex chords. Yeah. You said about some Gilmore stuff, the neck pickup and see what it does with the tumness.
It's a mellower lead sound, isn't it, than the Rosewood?
Even on the bridge pickup, I see that's like. Nice. I prefer that personally in the guitar when it's a little bit more dynamic that way.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Cool. Right, should we do let's go with the Vigier next, well, the last three single coil of the bunch. I guess Vigier, a lot of guys will know more for their Excaliburs and fretlesses and some of the other kind of the more shreddy type sort of guitars. This is, I guess, has still got a lot of those kind of similar design elements to it. Very, very flat fretboard. So I'll probably won't even be able to play it, but I'll have a go. Let's see. But these are Damasio pickups in here, I think. We'll double check on the specs again. But see what they've done there with this one. That middle pickup is down really, really low, which is, I guess is what they do on a lot of their HSH guitars. Maybe that people think that pickup gets in the way.
Yeah.
So down that next position. Give it a bit of drive. I'll ramp it up a little bit more now. It's definitely the soloist's
It's
kind
a
of
big sounding guitar.
yeah, Strat style guitar. I mean, for me, that's just, it's kind of almost too easy to play. But a lot of people would pick that up and just be at home on it right away. But it's definitely kind of a more advanced guitarist over me's type sort of guitar anyway. But try that.
Well, I guess it's just different. It kind of represents where Strats went.
But that's the thing with Vigier, they
that.
don't try and copy anyone else's design to a T. They try and get their own kind of thing going on with them.
Yeah, and it sounded to me just then while you were playing like, it's almost like you have a really sort of posh compressor or limited. It's just tickling the edges and making it nice and smooth. And
you're saying I was out of tune, Jack?
Well, I just wanted to be perfect, that's all.
I know.
Such a big sound on that neck.
It's got its own sound, hasn't it? A bit more.
It does. And I think if we put some gain on, it's going to make for a really good rock.
Yes.
Kind of S-style guitar, because they sometimes they just don't do that.
It definitely suits kind of a little bit of extra processing, doesn't it? I think rather than straight into an amp cranked up.
Yeah, I mean it can do that, but it's got yearns for that kind of thing. It's a bit heavier as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very
Must
nice.
be that French wood.
Dense.
Dense French wood. Beautiful. Right, let's go to one of the shop's favourites. This is Peachy exclusive. This is an Xotic guitar. So I like that pedal that Jack's been using down there for the higher gain lead stuff. Xotic have been making the guitars for a little while now, but they introduced the XSC models about 2 years ago, and we got a couple in to see what they were like. I'd always liked their guitars, but as soon as I saw these, you know, I thought this was something that we could really do well with, and we've sold a whole bunch of them. Really great specs. Again, tonally, they just hit the sweet spot, I think, for me. And a lot of nice features with the roasted maple neck, 22 frets. They've got a really, really superb tremolo and tuning stability. got their own springs and stuff that from their other brand, Raw Vintage, and their own saddles as well. So these, again, you know, it's got all the right sounds, but it's kind of plays a bit more like a modern guitar, but not kind of quite so much as like kind of how the Vigier is anyway. So these have been a firm favourite of ours, like I say, and you know, we're not trying to do direct comparisons here, obviously, because this one's got a humbucker in it, so it's going to sound slightly different, but we just wanted to paint a picture of the overall vibe of the different brands, you know, and if you like this one, you'll probably like one of their 3 single coil ones, and vice versa with some of these other models. So let me start on this one. So this is ash body with a maple neck, like what that LSL was. So it's their own Raw Vintage pickups as well. So I'm just going to add on a little bit of drive from the dualist pedal. You next, Jack.
Very nice.
Loving that.
I've always found that the Xotics sort of tend to be the most split personality, in the sense that they do the traditional kind of sounds very well as the, like you were just doing at the end there, the big, big rock sounds.
I'll do your Jeff Becky shiz as well.
Okay, pressure's on.
I'm just putting you on the spot.
So we'll start clean and see what we can come up with. Middle pickup. Sonic bridge pickup now. Yeah, nice.
Just
does it
inspiring all. Guitar to play in it.
Very, really nice neck.
There's no big jump when you go to that humbucker either, is there?
No. So I'll just demonstrate that. Go from the neck pickup to the bridge. I like that. When you almost can't tell you've switched. Yeah, it's just a slight little.
But it's the same change on their 3 single coil version. It's a slightly hotter single coil, so when you go to that bridge pickup again, you're not getting that ultra shrill top end or a kind of a drop in dynamics or output. It really works well. So last one,
very nice.
Let's move over to the Suhr there at the end. We've recently touched on some of these guitars in one of our previous videos. This is basically a classic pro model from Suhr, but this is one of their own one of our limited edition models. So it's got a roasted maple neck, and it's got the Michael Landau pickups in. It's actually got a Thornbucker Plus humbucker in there as well. So a fairly big change from the standard Classic Pro model, and we just thought it made them a little bit more versatile, kind of a little bit of extra added value. And if you ordered this as a custom guitar, it would probably cost you over £1,000 more than a regular Classic Pro. I think these are 100, 200 quid more for the roasted maple neck and these pickup upgrades as well. So I'm going to start on the clean again. So this has got the Suhr silent single coil system on it as well. So no matter how much drive and gain and all this kind of stuff that we use, it will be quiet as a mouse. A little bit of drive. That Thornbuck has definitely got a bit more of that PAF type sort of hot path sort of sound to it. Yeah, it's got that there completely. A little bit more drive. Funny how all these different guitars, well, they do make me play kind of in a different,
very
different way on each one. So
yeah,
you won't need to tune this one up, Jack.
Oh, hey,
this one should be fine.
No pressure.
It's a Suhr after all.
Yeah. Just wanted to see, I was having in mind that how, if we take a very quintessential, let's call it a set neck guitar riff, and see how close this bridge humbucker can get, because it's so thick. The whole thing's got loads more mid-range, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So
it's got still got that bell-like sound, hasn't it? Clean, but it definitely responds well with the overdrive and distortion and stuff. So, okay, right. So this takes us to the last one. This is the Patrick Eggle 96 model, one-piece swamp ash body, which is something that he's been doing on a lot of these 96 models. It's got a roasted bird's eye maple neck and Pau Ferro fingerboard. and a nice set of Mojo pickups which are hand wound in the UK. So let's give this one a go, see how we get on. So clean sound. Get a little small amount of drive on. Pretty thick sound on that. Big sound. Cool. Like that.
That sounds massive.
Yeah, huge sound.
Big.
It's turned that kind of like low gainish overdrive into a Rip Roaring Marshall type sort of sound.
So here's the Badger on the clean setting. Still got a kind of delicacy about it though, it'll do the shimmery stuff.
I think that middle position on that is maybe the front and the back rather than the middle on its own.
Oh, okay.
No, it's still the middle.
Right, so I mean that's pushing the amp much harder than any of the other guitars do.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. Well, that kind of takes us to the end of our little display and demo, I guess, of all these different Strat style guitars that we've got in. I mean, there are more. You know, we could have included a few more different bits and pieces and gone HSS and SSS on every single one, but it kind of wasn't what it was about. I just wanted to kind of give you a brief kind of outline of the rough kind of basic tone and what kind of tone to expect from each model. Because if you like this one, but you know, prefer the idea of something with a maple neck, if you come in and check out a few Fenders, I'm sure you're going to be able to find, you know, the perfect guitar for you.
This is really just to kind of showcase what, when we pick them up for the first time, what do we think?
Yeah, and they're not like, you know, none of these guitars, I think some people would say, well, why don't you just buy a Fender? Every single one of these guitars all sound completely different. You know, the same thing applies with, you know, all the different Fenders that we've got upstairs in the custom shop room. If you're open-minded and you just want to get a great guitar and you're looking for a Strat style, just come and see us, try a few of these different brands out, and I'm sure we'll be able to help you find the right one. Why don't you pick another guitar out, Jack, and we'll go up a bit of a dodgy dodgy Stevie Ray stuff, eh?